meant to be, just like in a dream.
We wanted to spend a chill weekend in Rome. Even though it's peak summer season, we wanted to enjoy the city by eating as much Roman food as we could, drinking plenty of coffee and discovering new places. And to survive the summer heat, well, there's always gelato.
Baby, you keep pushing me, yeah.
So join us for a long weekend in the Eternal City. Let's begin.
Baby, 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 stop tempting me. Is it a dream? Only time will tell. Maybe she's fooling us all to get what she wants.
Es cumpleaños de alguien de aquí en Roma.
After arriving in Rome later in the afternoon, we made our way by train and tram to our hotel in Trastevere.
Vamos a pasar aquí el fin de semana, 3 días. Estamos en pleno verano y hace mucho calor.
Estamos en el barrio de Trastevere y elegimos este vecindario porque hay muchos restaurantes y muchos bares, muchos gelatos aquí cerca. Without wasting any time, we headed straight out for dinner. Our first stop was a Roman institution known for its pizzas, and we were beyond excited to start eating. We also wanted to order a supli, one of Rome's classic street food snacks. After our first bite, we knew we'd chosen the right place, so the wait was definitely worth it.
Pedí de orégano y ajo y está muy rico, muy cremoso y dulce.
Está muy bueno, pero hubo un accidente y se me cayó. Tuve que ponerlo aquí en una copeta.
Martin's gelato ended up everywhere but in his mouth, so we decided to get another one and enjoy it properly this time. So after pizza and 2 gelati, it was safe to say the weekend was starting exactly the way we wanted it.
Ay, buenos días, ahora sí es oficialmente nuestro primer día aquí en Roma. Está haciendo mucho calor a pesar de que son las 8 de la mañana. Nuestra primera parada va a ser desayuno.
Lo primero que queremos probar es un maritozzo y por supuesto que un café.
sempre sarai tu il mio amore. My darling, my angel, my dove. If ever you would leave me, I think I would lay down and die. Oh, ecco il mio cuore. Now tell me your heart is mine.
After our Italian breakfast, we stayed true to the theme and walked over to grab a porchetta sandwich. Which ended up being every bit as good as this little sign promised. We climbed up to the Fontana dell'Acqua Paola, where we were rewarded with beautiful views over the city. It was also around this point that we realized that Roman summer was no joke. The heat was much more intense than we'd expected, so we walked to a nearby grocery store to pick up a few essentials. And of course, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to have a look at some of the local products.
Hace mucho calor, vamos a hacer un counter de cuántas veces digo que hace mucho calor. Aquí encontramos nuestro souvenir.
Esto sería muy buen souvenir.
Compramos unas agüitas porque hace mucho calor. Otra vez counter. Hemos ido al hotel a cambiarnos porque vamos a ir al Vaticano y no podemos andar vestidos así.
A couple of hours later, and with better outfits, we joined the queue outside Da Enzo, one of Rome's most popular trattorias. We got there early enough to be first in line. With lunch behind us, we made our way over to Vatican City for our visit to the Vatican Museums. Along the way, we stopped by the Tiber River, hoping to catch a bit of its cooling breeze.
Casi no grabamos nada al inicio porque hacía mucho calor y hay un incendio, entonces estábamos muriendo, pero ya estamos adentro de los museos vaticanos.
Muchos mapas de todas las regiones de Italia. Está muy bonito. Ya terminamos el recorrido, estamos aquí justo enfrente de la escalera. No recuerdo cómo se llama la escalera, pero está muy padre y es una de las cosas que tenemos que ver. También está muy caliente aquí. Creo que en las zonas donde no quieren que se acumule tanta gente no hay nada de aire acondicionado. Compramos una coquita porque hacía mucho, bueno, hace mucho calor.
Pensábamos algo dulce.
To celebrate Martin's birthday, we had booked a table at Hosteria Grappolo de Oro, where we were about to enjoy a 3-course dinner to end the day. And we were more than happy to sit down for a while and enjoy some air conditioning.
¿Estás listo?
Llegó nuestro primer plato con los amigos.
Ya dejamos el restaurante, nos gustó bastante. Estuvo muy rico, la atención muy buena. Aún es temprano, así que vamos a ir por un postrecito. Hace mucho calor, aún es de día y son las 9. Ya son las 9.
Day 2, and we started the morning on the tram. We didn't realize the ride itself was going to be so scenic, and it definitely got us excited for the day ahead.
Hoy es sábado y nos vinimos a este vecindario que se llama Monti, que está aquí justo al lado del Coliseo.
Como en todos nuestros días, nuestra misión es comer mucho y queremos ir a una pasticcería que se llama Regoli. Vimos en internet que estaba cerrada, pero no sabemos. De todas maneras, tenemos un plan B en caso de que sí esté cerrada.
Muestras gratis. Mira, pedí una de zucchini y una de berenjena. Nuestro plan B funcionó porque estaba súper bueno. Hasta nos convencieron de comer más de lo que queríamos haber comido. Bueno, solo íbamos por el maritozzo y terminamos comiendo pizza.
After breakfast, we walked towards the Papal Basilica of Saint Mary Major. At this point, we had discovered an unexpected advantage of sightseeing in Rome during the summer. Churches are beautiful, impressive, and most importantly, much cooler than the streets outside. So we took our time inside before heading back out into the heat.
¿Está gustando Monty?
Está
está muy bonito, me gusta que haya muchas colinas porque hace que las calles sean más interesantes.
Estamos debatiéndonos entre ir a ver el Coliseo o estar un segundo más en el aire acondicionado.
Vamos a ir al Coliseo, quizás a la Fontana, al Panteón.
After cooling down, we switched into full tourist mode and walked through some of the city's most famous sites, starting with the Colosseum. Since we'd already visited on a previous trip to Rome, we didn't go inside, but we still couldn't pass up the opportunity to see it again up close. We continued our sightseeing walk towards the Pantheon, before making our way to the church of Sant'Ignazio di Loyola. The church itself is beautiful, but the real surprise is the ceiling. From there, we continue towards one of Rome's most famous sites, the Trevi Fountain.
Tenemos que pasar un Carrefour Express de las agüitas. Mucho calor, también hay aire acondicionado. Y aquí está nuestro ventilador. Vamos por Gelato. Está muy bonito. Pensamos que iba a ser solamente una explanada así hasta la cima, ardiente. También hay un cafecito muy bonito con mesitas así como al lado de ventanas que tienen vista directa a la Basílica de San Pedro. Bueno, vamos a seguir explorando. Hace mucho calor.
We headed back to the hotel to rest, and a couple of hours later, it was time for dinner. Since we had no dinner reservations that night, we decided to turn our evening in Trastevere into our own little street food tour. We started with a sandwich from Fornarina Bakery, which came absolutely loaded with mortadella.
Tiene mucho relleno.
We then grabbed a couple of supli and sat down in Piazza di Santa Maria to eat them while enjoying the lively evening atmosphere. Then we made our way to Trapezzino, which ended up being one of our favorite things we ate that day.
Está muy rica la carne de pollo, muy jugosa.
El pan está muy fluffy.
And because apparently we hadn't eaten enough yet, we finished with some pizza al taglio from La Boccaccia. We skipped dessert this time, and needless to say, went to bed very full. It was Sunday, and we started the morning by heading towards Testaccio, with one very important mission: finding another maritozzo. We made our way through the Ripa neighborhood, walking through churches and gardens and appreciating the views over the city. It was a laid-back Sunday atmosphere, with people out enjoying their time.
Hace mucho calor, pero hay aire acondicionado.
After lunch, we rushed back to the hotel to escape the sun and heat. But as the afternoon started to settle in, we headed back out again, this time to make the most of the first Sunday of the month, when many museums in Rome are free. We walked across Tiber Island, which only takes about 15 minutes. From there, we made our way to the Capitoline Museums.
Ya salimos de los museos, estuvieron muy interesantes y lo mejor es que fueron gratuitos. Además de que ya bajó un poquito más el sol porque ya son las 7 de la tarde y vamos a ir a buscar algo para cenar.
We were back in Trastevere for dinner and we chose Tonnarello. We actually tried to eat here on our first trip to Rome, but the queue was so long that we gave up. Now they've expanded to a few locations, so even though it's very popular and somewhat controversial among locals, we finally got our chance to try it.
Queremos ir por otro gelato de Gelato. Ayer nos gustó bastante, pero nos lo comimos muy rápido. Entonces queremos ir y probar otros sabores. Oficialmente nuestro último día aquí en Roma, hoy es lunes y como ya es tradición vamos a ir por otro maritozzo. Como nos gustó mucho el primer lugar donde lo probamos, vamos a regresar.
This time, I was also craving something savory, so we walked over to Antico Forno Santini and grabbed a couple of slices of pizza rosa. We headed back to the hotel to pack and check out, and later took the bus to our last lunch in Rome.
Está muy al dente la pasta.
¿Sí? ¿Te gustó?
We eventually made our way to Villa Borghese to explore the park. We only walked through a very small part of it, because the heat was still intense. But we still managed to look out over Piazza del Popolo and take in one last view. Soon, we would be boarding the train to the airport and saying goodbye to Rome. And with that, our long weekend was coming to an end. Even though the summer heat definitely made things more challenging, it also gave us an excuse to try more gelato. And in the end, this summer getaway gave us a chance to disconnect from our usual routine, enjoy the summer, and simply indulge in some really good food. It was a perfect way to spend a long weekend in Rome, and a pretty good way to celebrate a birthday too. So, until next time, Rome. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe to our channel. It will make us so happy.